trying to find, a wife. But this isn't about me, okay? This is about fucking Christians and their goddamn homophobia. They're going to sit there and try to be homophobic to other people when your Savior, your Lord and Savior, the person you worship every goddamn Sunday is the gayest guy out here. He is so gay. Which is nothing wrong with that. There's, if you want to be gay, be gay. Be proud. But just don't be such a fucking hypocrite, You want to fucking just hate. Tell me where in the Bible it says that Jesus says to hate the gays. Tell me where it says that. It doesn't say that. He says the last will be first and the first will be last. So since homosexuals have been persecuted, Matthew Shepard, what happened with him? Those rednecks that killed Matthew Shepard actually later on admitted that they were engaged in homosexual activities with him. You guys have got me all wrong. You've already prejudged me. Why have you prejudged me? I don't know, because you're a backwards, racist, redneck hick and you just killed a gay dude, a beautiful gay man. You killed him and you tied him to a fence post and you left him there to die and you had sex with him. So you loved him. And then you murdered him anyways. I don't know, you backwards, racist, degenerate, lowlife, disgusting son of a bitch. Maybe that's why we judged you. So I don't like the hypocrisy. Christians want to sit there and try to tell others, hey, Jesus doesn't, there's like some shit in Leviticus, there's some shit in the Old Testament. Jesus talks about marriage and divorce. Just think about who Jesus was, right? Let's just try to get his essence in his spirit. The last will be first, the first will be last. Do unto others. Turn the other cheek. If someone asks you to walk a mile carrying their stuff, walk 2 miles. If somebody asks for your shirt, give them your coat too. So just be kind, be nice, be over the top with your niceness. Do unto others. So don't just not hate, don't injure, but also love. Be kind, do good. Sermon on the Mount, not only should you not injure people, but you shouldn't even have the hateful thought. You shouldn't even have the jealous thoughts. You shouldn't even have the wicked, the 7 deadly sins. What is it? So you got lust, right? You got lust, and then you got gluttony, and then you have sloth, and then you have wrath, and then you have 3 other ones. So he's saying, in your mind, you shouldn't even think, I'm just going to sit around and eat a bunch of donuts and be fat. As soon as you have that thought, then you've already... So that's ideal. That's like police your own thoughts, govern your own thoughts. He talks about when you eat something, it's not what you put in your body that defiles you, but what comes out of your body. So it's either by your injuries, your crimes, your activities, or the crap that you say. Jesus also said you would be judged by the things that you say. Okay, so that's who Christ is. He talked about marriage and divorce, and he did say when you take in a wife, he says that a person who divorces his wife makes an adulterer out of both of you. He says it actually in a weird way, but essentially he's saying that if you were together and that was a union by God, and then you both go your separate way, you find another woman, she finds another man, well, you both are committing adultery because you two were brought together by God. There's also another parable where the divorce comes up, death. She's a widow like 7 times over. So as a widow, she gets married, and then her husband dies, she remarries, and then they say, okay, when you go to heaven, who's she going to be married to? She had 7 husbands here on earth. So when she gets to heaven, which one of those 7 husbands is going to be her husband in heaven? And then Jesus gives some convoluted answer, but my takeaway from that parable was Jesus is the God of the living, not the dead. Jesus is the God of the living and not the dead.